And the nurse came and told me it's okay, it's coming out on its own, you don't have to do anything. So she just pressed my tummy for a few times, and then the baby was out. Hi guys, Tifine is here. So yes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome, and please do remember to subscribe. For my followers, welcome back. So on today's video, I don't know if the lighting is okay, so I hope I'm audible enough. I don't have a microphone, so I'll try my best to speak up loud so that you can catch whatever I'm saying. And I hope the noises outside, there are children playing outside, I hope it won't be too loud. So yes, welcome. If you're new, my name is Tifine. So on today's video, it's a little bit touchy, and I can say maybe emotional and sensitive to some, but yes, it's something that I've been actually postponing a lot. I've been wanting to do this for like, I can say 6 months, 6 months, yes, 6 months, or maybe even an year, because I wanted to do this when Ivana was still young, but I kept on pushing it. I did not want to touch the subject. I did not know how I'll feel about it or how I'll go about it, and I did not even want to I honestly did not know how I'll go about it and what people will say. But yes, I gathered some courage, and yes, we're here, and I hope it inspires someone, even if it's just a small group of people who are going through the same. I hope it inspires you or encourages you. And yes, there's hope in everything, and never lose hope and faith. It's something that I've never talked about. I don't think so many people know about this. The only people who know about this are like my family members and a small group, maybe like 3 or 5 people I know as close friends. Those are the only people who know about this. And as the topic suggests, yes, it's an emotional and sensitive matter, but what I have done with it, I'm trying to give you a whole story or my whole journey with my 2 kids, so that you can see where I'm coming from and also get encouraged and just to learn more about my journey and what I've been through. So yes, I've not really thought about this through, so if in case I'm all over the place or I'm trying to remember something or figure something out, please pardon me. It's just that, yes, it's not something I've written it down or anything. So let's just get into it and start the video. You don't know where to really start, but I'll just start. So in 2016, I can say at around January, my hubby came to me and asked me, because we were having those, you see those baby fevers that normally gets to you. Yeah, it's real. So there was a neighbor of ours who was expecting, and I don't know what happened. We just started thinking about it, and we were just like making jokes and talking about what if, what do you think, are we ready? Back then we were 25. Yes, we were 25 years, me and hubby. He's 25, I'm 25, and we were like, do you think you're ready? Do you think we are ready? So it was just jokes and comments here and there, if you want to have kids or if it's the right time. So one day, out of the blues, after hubby was out from work, he came and said to me, babe, I think we are ready. So this is not just like do you think we are ready? He was like, yes, I want to be a father and I want you to be the mother of my kids, so we can start trying. So I was like, are you sure about this? Are you ready? Have you thought about this? And he was like, yeah, I want us to have a kid and start a family ASAP. So we start. So that's when we decided to stop. I decided to stop taking my family planning. So I was back then I was taking the 230 days pills, and I immediately stopped. So one evening was when we were just chilling with Kim and we were like playing or such. He touched my tummy and he was like, your tummy is so hard. Why is your tummy hard? I was like, what do you mean that it's hard? So there and then I knew I had to check for pregnancy. Yeah, so the following day I did not say anything to him. He went to work and then I was left. I usually worked in shifts, so 2 days I was home, 2 days I was working. So on that day I was at home and I went and bought two urine tests, those 2 strips that I usually use, and yeah, voila, it was 2 stripes positive. So I was positive. I was pregnant. I was so confused. I was so happy. I was like, I should take it slow. So it was such a big deal to me. It was such an I was excited. So this is what I did that evening. That day after finding out I was pregnant, I wrapped that strip and put it in a small box to surprise Kim, because I had not told him the whole day. I was just waiting for him to get from work. And yes, I don't know if I can find the clip. I can put it on the screen. If I find the clip, yeah, I'll put it on the screen. So I told him I'm pregnant and he was like, what? He was so excited. We were so happy and we were just over the moon. So that was our first pregnancy. This is Hailey. After 3 months or so, I told my mom, and she had already knew. I don't know how she knew. I think moms just know, because when I told her, she was like, you think I didn't know? I was just waiting for you to tell me when you are pregnant. I was like, and you did not say anything. So yes, we told our parents. We told my mom-in-law. They were all happy. And yes, that's how we started our pregnancy journey with our firstborn. My first pregnancy was a walk in the park. You can, hey, when I say a walk in the park, it's like I was not feeling anything. Morning sickness, nothing. Mood swing, nothing. Cravings, those ones were made up. Most of them were made up, because I would make him go somewhere and then buy something like popcorn in the middle of the night, or tell him I want taumena. Some were made up, but I felt totally nothing with Hailey. It was so smooth. It was so, like, sometimes I could even forget I'm pregnant unless someone tells me, do you know you're pregnant and you're doing this and you're doing that. So it was so simple and so easy. I could even, like, I just thank God for that. My pregnancy was easy with Hailey. So come due dates, we were happy. It was this day we were just from toy market. We had gone to do some shopping for Hailey before she comes, and I was like almost giving birth. So it was, I don't know if it was a good idea or it was a bad idea. So when we were walking with Kim, I told him, I feel funny down there. There's a lot of pressure down there. And I told him jokingly, I don't think this day will end before I give birth, because I've walked a lot. And he was like, how do you know? So I was like, yeah, I'm tired, let's go home. So we went home, chilled, I took a shower, and then we slept. Because we had a long day walking around in the sun in toy market. So later on, when we were just sleeping at around 5, I felt something like breaking. Twa! I was like, what is that? I woke up and went to the bathroom. Kim was still sleeping. I went to the bathroom, and it was like I had wet myself or something. So I was like, what is going on with me? I don't have breaks now. So I was peeing. The pee would not stop. It was continuous. Mind you, I'm just a new parent. I don't know anything and I don't know what to expect. So I'm just there. I'm like, why is this pee not finishing? And I cannot control it or anything. So after that, after I'm done like peeing, I went to Kim and I told him, I don't know what's happening to me, but I think I'm ready to go to the hospital. I think my water broke. And he was like, what? He started panicking. Are you sure? Why didn't you wake me up? I'm like, I don't feel anything. I don't feel any pain. I don't feel nothing. So I don't know what's happening, but I think there's water dripping even after I've peed. So he started calling everyone. He started calling his brother, like, oh, what do I do? What do we do? We take our bag and then what? Call an Uber. We did not have a car back then. This was in 2016. So he was like panicking and all that. I was like, why are you panicking? I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything at all. I don't feel anything. I want to take a shower. I do my makeup and then you take some pics with the belly. He was like, are you serious? You're giving birth and then you want to take some pics? I was like, yes, I want to take some pics for my last time when I'm pregnant. So here I was taking pics with my makeup on and everything was cool. After that, we took an Uber. We went to the hospital. This was around 6 p.m. So yes, I was there and I was like telling my doctor, when do I expect to start feeling pain? Because I'm not feeling anything. The doctor just looked at me and he was like, you just chill. It won't even tell you when it's coming. You'll just start feeling it. So I was like, okay. I went there and then I slept and then I took supper. Kim went and bought me some food because I was hungry, but I could not even take it. He bought me some njahe. You can imagine njahe. So I was like, why would you bring me njahe? In the way I was hungry, I did not take it. It was rice and njahe. I took just a small amount of rice and then that's it. So now when I was there at around 9, we just seated there and the water was still dripping, so I had my pads on to avoid wetting everything. That's when everything started changing. My friend, sema contractions. Contractions like they were sent specifically for me. I was in pain, and then I was like, Kim, I don't want to see you. Come, you fanya this for me. You rub my back, you do this, you do this. Mind you, it's in the evening, so no one in my family really knew. I think they were told by Kim that we're in the hospital, but no one was there. We were just the two of us. So he was rubbing my back, telling me, what do I do? What do I do? So I was there confused. I went to the bathroom. The shower was running. I went there with the clothes. It was just hectic. It was not good. The contractions were there. So it took me a whole night for the contractions to finally slow down. But every time they were becoming closer and closer together, and that's when you know you are almost giving birth. So back then we're in Guru Nanak, so we decided to give birth there because that's where my prenatal cares were. So yes, we went to Guru Nanak. The nurses were there, and then the whole night was just rubbing my back, literally rubbing my back. He did not sleep. We did not sleep. Every time I could close my eyes for like 5 minutes, the contractions could start again. So there's a nurse who was coming every 2 hours or so to come and see if I'm opened enough. You see those 2 centimeters, so 5 centimeter, 2 centimeter, like that. It was moving so slowly. I don't know why. So in the morning at around 7, I was so tired. I was so tired. And then they were changing shifts. These nurses were changing shifts, so the night nurses were going, and then the morning people were coming. So when I was almost at around 7 a.m, there's a nurse who came. Not a nurse really, they had told me, they had started telling my hubby, I think we should go for a CS because she's not opening fully and the baby will get tired and such. So they didn't even brought some papers for him to sign so that he can consent to me going to the procedure. And he was like, what, we are doing this now? And talk of miracles, I don't know how God works. There's this nurse who came for the morning shift, and he was like coming just for a regular checkup because he heard I was there. She heard I was there, so she came and then tried to pima me to make sure if I'm okay or if I'm ready. And she was like, this girl is almost giving birth and she's still here. The baby is here. I can see the head. What are you guys doing? Why do we need a CS? The baby is here. I was like, what? My hubby was so happy. He was like, huh? And the way he was panicking about the CS and everything. Remember, mind you, we are just young. We did not know anything. So this nurse literally saved me from going through the CS, because they had already even called the doctor and the person for putting all this anesthesia and such. But this nurse came and said, the baby is here, I can see the head, let's go to the delivery room and she should start pushing. Huh? Thank God, thank heavens. I went there, and this was around 9, so I kept on pushing. I was walking around the bed. The nurse told me you should walk around the bed and do some squats so that the baby can calm down. That's what I did. So they told me don't push, because I did not even know what I was doing. You guys, new moms, I feel so bad for new moms who don't know anything, because if you're not taught these things, you will mess everything. You will do your own things. Me, I was just pushing, like doing literally nothing. Nothing. I was doing nothing. Like, no one told me that there's this contraction, that there's a time you should push, there's a time you should pause. So it was just a mess. I wasted a lot of energy in that room, to a point that I was given some glucose because I was hungry, I was tired. So there's this doctor who came and then told me, Mercy, now this is my gyna who has been with me throughout the pregnancy. He's called Mr. Kamau. He was very nice. So he came and he was like, Mercy, the baby is here, I can see the head. So what you do, anytime you feel the contractions, you push. But if they're not there, pause and wait. Don't push when you don't feel anything. So I was like, oh, so that's it. Okay. And then once I pushed for like 2 times. When the contractions came, the baby was out. The baby was out. And that was the happiest moment of my life. You see, when they say the pain goes away when you give birth, or when the baby is out, the pain disappears. You're like, huh? I'm done. My baby is here. My baby is crying. My baby is here. So that was the birth story for Hailey, and it was the most beautiful and a glorious moment of our lives. I can say I thank God for that day. Everything went smoothly, and then that day in the morning, it was on a Sunday, I gave birth at 10 a.m. I think 10:20 there. So yes, my other siblings came, Mary, Peter, they came and saw me. My other friends came, and it was just a happy moment. My baby was there. She was just a copy of the father. Yes, a copy of the father. After the birth, everything was smooth, but here I am again, a new parent, knowing nothing about what to do, when to do it, and no one was telling me anything. You guys, I feel so bad for mothers who don't know anything, because it's a struggle on its own. It's a struggle of being a mother, and now there's a struggle of not knowing anything if you are a new mother. That's another another thing to deal with. So here I am, I've given birth. I don't even know how I should birth the baby. I don't know how I should hold her when she's breastfeeding. I don't even know how to bring the milk. So you guys, when I was there in the hospital, this is the first day, I had no milk. Nothing. When I say nothing, even if you squeezed my boobs and my nipple, there was nothing. So the nurses were like, what's not going on with you? And then they had to call the doctor, and then the doctor was like, we are giving her 2 days to see if the milk will come, so let's just give her time, maybe it will come later. So by that time my baby was affected with jaundice. Is it called jaundice or jaundice? That one. So she had to be taken to that incubator where she could get the light. Is it? I don't want to call it any other light, because there's a blue light that she should be given for her to get rid of the jaundice. Yes, the jaundice. So she stayed there for like 2 days, and I felt so bad because I did not have milk. And you guys, the nurses were so hard on me. They were like, you need to come up with milk because you don't want to use formula on your baby. She's too young. And my baby could cry because of hunger. But I did not know anything. I did not know anything. That was the hardest. I can say that was when I started breaking down. Just immediately after giving birth, I did not have milk. And it was so hard for me. It was so hard for me. I don't know. It was just the hardest time. And after the 2 days, I still did not have milk. I was doing everything that I was being told to do. I was pressing my breast with warm compressions, and also taking all sorts of things to come up with milk. My brother was bringing me porridge. I was taking milk. I was taking all sorts of things. Even there's a mom I met there, and she told me to take energy greens, which I did, but nothing, you guys, nothing. It was so hard. Okay, it was the worst. I can say throughout my pregnancy and motherhood, the worst thing I've gone through as a mother is giving my baby what they need, breast milk. I totally don't have it. I don't, and I don't know what happens. I don't know. So the third day comes, the doctor is like, this is a new one. This is a very serious case. What should we do? He gives me some pills to take every night, and nothing happens. My breasts were like a little hard to feel like there is some milk, but maybe they are clogged somewhere. So I was trying to open my nipples, washing it with warm water. When I'm in the shower, I put them there to see if they will open. But you guys, I did not have any milk, and it's so sad that no one guided me on what to do after if I don't have milk. No one gave me a solution. I could just see what the nurses were doing. They were giving my baby some small portions of formula, but I was never really taught on how to measure, on how to do anything. So the 4th day I was released. I was told, I think you can go home. Maybe at home you will get the milk. And that's how we went home with Hailey. And yeah, being a new mom is the hardest thing if you don't have anyone to tell you what to do. So I don't want to make it a long one, but it was so bad. It was so bad. I did not know anything. We were just there with my hubby, and then so we decided after like 4 days or so, we go to Nakuru so that we can get the help from my parents and his parents, so that at least we could have that support and also the help we need. with taking care of the baby and also taking care of myself, because I needed to eat, and we did not have a house help back then. So there we are, new moms, nothing, we did not know anything. So for new moms out there, if there is something I could tell you to do, or tell you or advise you from what I've learned from this, from my first experience, please moms, don't let your baby stay hungry. Don't let your baby stay hungry, because I did this unknowingly. I did not know my baby was not getting anything from my breast. My breast milk was not there at all, but the pressure that came with it, the pressure, where here comes my mom, here comes my sister, here comes the other neighbors, here comes the other aunties. They're like, everyone has milk, why don't you have milk? You should have milk. Make us stay there for like the whole day for you to have milk. So I was holding my baby like this, forcing everything to come out, and making it like to make her like suck and bring milk, because that's what I was doing. I was eating a lot. I was eating, you guys. I only became big myself, but my baby was not growing because I did not have any milk and I did not know it. So every time my baby was crying, I did not know it was hunger, and all this time. And my baby was a very quiet person. She was very quiet. She was not a baby who cries a lot. So when she was crying, all this time she was crying because she was hungry. So all this time we stayed in Nakuru. We stayed for a month. I went for the prenatal checkups after like 10 weeks, 10 days, I don't know. So we went there, and the doctor was like, is this a newborn? Why does the baby look this small? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, mom, kwani upei mtoto maziwa? Nikamwambia aki najaribu, but mimi ni kama sina maziwa enough, so sijui. Akaniambia, you should be serious. This baby looks like she was born just like today. You need to be more serious. So I was like, Kai, I'm confused. My mom does not know these things. I think they've never heard of formula or anything like this. So when I went home, I told my hubby, Aki babe, nimetoka hosi, nimesikia vibaya. I felt so bad because I was told I'm not giving my baby food or milk, as in milk. So my hubby decided you should buy just formula. Don't force things. If your baby does not, if you don't have milk, don't force it. Just buy the formula. We'll bite and we'll give the baby. So we bought some formula, and then we would start giving her, and she was taking it like nonsense. But then came again the noises or the voices from other sides. Are you giving the baby formula? Si unamwaribu, why are you giving the baby formula? Nini. I stop at some time, and then I'm like forcing again myself to give the baby the milk from my breast, but she's crying. And all this time, you guys, all this time, in my mind, I did not know that my baby is not okay because she's not getting enough milk. So mothers, please, if you see yourself you are not having enough milk, just go and buy the formula. Buy it. Don't listen to other people. Every baby is different. Every mother is different. So if you're not the type who has milk, even if it's those few days before your milk comes, just buy the formula. When I tell you, I regret to this day the anguish and the torture I put my baby unknowingly. I break down. I literally break down, and I don't even want to see pictures of Hailey when she was a baby, because she came out so beautiful and so healthy. And then she came in this world where there is no food. She's not getting enough. So it was bad. It was bad. I really don't like thinking about it. But mothers, if you can, research on it, research on how to come up with breast milk, or if you're not able to have it, or like me, because I tried everything. I ate all those seeds, all those things they call fennel seeds, I don't know, biscuits for what, or I ate them all. I did everything. I was even burning my boobs to see if I could get breast milk. So my hubby at some point told me, you're still a woman, don't spoil yourself because you're so desperate to get milk like other people. Just let it go. We'll give the baby milk, the formula. And that's what we started doing. So I can say after coming back to Nairobi from Nakuru, that's when we totally adapted to the formula, because the judgment that was in Nakuru was just too much. Because always you will have someone say, why are you giving the baby formula? Why are you giving the baby formula? And being a new mom, you do not know, you would even be confused more. Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? So my baby really suffered, and I just thank God we got through that, and my baby is here, because it was bad. It was so bad. It was bad. So that was my pregnancy bad story, and also, yeah, my first few months of experience of being a new mom. Yeah, after coming to Nairobi after 2 months or 3 months or so, that's when we adapted and I started knowing things. And I also started Googling some things, because I did not even know, I had no even idea that I could find some information from Google. I don't know what I was. Any just being a mom is a new mom is something else. Or maybe I was just young. I don't know what was happening with me. So that was then. My baby started thriving, and the funny thing, or the best, not the funny thing, the most precious and the best part about my first baby, she was never sick. I don't know who is making that noise. Sorry about that. So my baby was never sick, and I thank God for that. Even though she did not have enough breast milk, I tried breastfeeding for like 3 months, and then the milk disappeared totally. I did not have any breast milk. I did not. Even the staining that people usually have on their tops or something, I never had it. I never. And one day there's a time my hubby saw a stain on my shirt, and he got so excited. He was like, oh, is that breast milk? I was like, yeah, don't be excited. I was trying to pump the whole time, so this is the only time that it has come. So you guys, before you come for me, I tried it. When I say I tried everything, I tried pumping. I bought 3. You hear 3? I bought 3 pumps. The manual one, the electric one, and also the cap that you put it there and then it sucks. I bought everything. I bought fennel seeds, I bought the cookies, I bought the traditional greens, everything. I could eat soup, uji, porridge, everything. So don't come for me. So later on, that after some months and months, sorry about the noise, I don't know if you can hear me well. So after months, that's when my mom told me, you're actually like me, I did not have enough milk, especially when I had you too, because we were twins. So what they did, because back then they could not have formula, they started giving you light milk, diluted milk, so that you can cope and not feel hungry. That's how we grew. So fast forward, we decided to take the coil. Do you know the family planning? The coil, I put the name, I don't remember right now, but it is a coil, a family planning coil, where you insert it on your lower parts. That's what was my family planning after getting Hailey. And guess you what, guys? It backfired. So it backfired on us, and this was in 2018. Yes, 2018. So we were back in 2018. Started feeling funny, you guys. I started feeling funny out of nowhere that week, and I decided to take a pregnancy test, and voila, Mercy is pregnant again. I was so shocked. I was like, what? I'm pregnant. I could not believe this. So I told Habi. I called Habi, and he was like, he thought I was joking. He was like, no, you're not serious. How? So you have the coil, you still have the coil? I'm like, yes, but the results are saying I'm positive. So he was like, do you know we are going to Nakuru like in 3 days or 2 days from now? We are going to Nakuru. Yes, I know that. So what we had to do, we had to go for checkup to see the doctor. Unfortunately, my doctor was not here. He was in the States. He had gone abroad for job as well. I had called the office. He was not here. So I had to look for another gynecologist to check me and check if everything is okay, because that's what my hubby told me. You need to check if the baby is okay, the positioning and everything, and then we can continue with our life and confirm if everything is okay, because this is not normal. You had the coil, and also to see if you can stay with the coil or it needs to be removed. So we went to this quack, I can say quack doctor. The quack doctor was there, and he was like, I wish I remember the name, and we told him you are pregnant. We just want to confirm if you are pregnant, and also to see the position of the baby, if everything is okay, and if this coil will affect our baby in any way. This quack doctor told us we need to remove the coil by all means, or else the baby will not be okay. Again, not knowing things. So we went, and he started poking me with some things. I don't know what he was doing. He was trying to remove the coil. After attempts of checking there, he told me I cannot reach the coil. We'll have to do a formal or CG procedure or what to remove it, and it should be done fast or it's not safe, so we should do it. So after some thought there, just there and then, I was like, I don't feel safe with this doctor. I don't feel safe at all, because why is he making us panic, and why is he doing all these things that are not okay? I was just feeling is a no-no. So I told Kim, let's just go to a doctor, the normal doctor we usually go to, and this doctor was called Dr. Dagana. He's just the best, Dr. Dagana. So Dr. Dagana was like, this doctor who you went to, why was he poking? Why was he even trying to remove the coil? The baby can just be fine with the coil inside. Why is he trying to remove? And you are like, seriously? Maybe he could have even done an operation on me to remove the coil, this work doctor. So yes, we went there, and the doctor confirmed everything is okay. The baby is in the best position. The coil is there, but we can just live with the coil until the baby is born. So yes, we went home excited and happy, and at least at peace, knowing that yes, the coil is not affecting the baby in any way, and we went along with our normal lives. And again, there's that excitement you start getting. So I was excited. I started checking up, looking after myself, and after 5 months, I can say 5 months, yes, 20 weeks. So I was doing normal. I was okay. I was normal. I went to work normally, and then I remember before that day, like a week earlier, my tummy had started popping, and people were starting noticing. So I was telling my close friends that, you know, I'm pregnant. You know, I'm pregnant. They were so excited for me. They were like, congratulations. But I was so discreet. I did not want to tell everyone, but I had told my colleagues. Most of them knew that I was pregnant, even at workplace. So I was just seated doing my work there. Out of nowhere, I started feeling funny. It's like there's water, there's pee coming from me. I was like, am I peeing myself? I went to the washroom and I noticed I am actually peeing. I had a panty liner and it was wet. I was like, what's not happening? When I'm peeing without knowing. So I went there and then I sat down. I told my friend there, I told her, I don't know what's happening, but it's like I'm peeing myself. I don't know if it's water. It's not many. And then she told me, you just chill, you see if it will be many. And then I went again to the loo. I had put a tissue and it was wet. I was like, what? I started worrying. So but then I decided to tell my team leader. I told her, I think I need to go to the hospital. I need to go because I don't feel okay. I don't think everything is okay with my pregnancy. I'm like, it's like I'm leaking. And then she told me, you stay there, I'll go and Google and see if everything is okay. Where me, I'm telling you, and she's a woman, mind you, and she was pregnant. I did not mention that she was pregnant. So I was just seated there and just waiting for her to give me the okay heads up to go home. You know what she told me? I have Googled, everything seemed okay. It's a normal thing to happen, so you just stay. Hey, she Googled and she's found out that everything is okay, so I should just stay. There's nothing to worry about. It's normal. If it doesn't have blood, it's normal. I called my hubby. I told him, babe, I feel like there's water coming from my lower part and I don't know what's going on. And he was like, what? And what are you doing are you at work? Hey, the person rushed. My hubby literally rushed from his workplace. I was doing work in Mombasa Road and he was in town. He came direct to where I was. He came direct. So he came and I had to tell my team leader, my hubby is outside. I want to go to the hospital. He has told me we need to go to the hospital. And she was like, okay, let me wait there. I tell the manager you are going. Then I decided to go. So I went and met my hubby and he was like, don't worry, everything is okay. There's no blood. Have you seen blood? I told him no. I was at this time also, I was also talking to my sister and she had told me that it's okay if you have not seen blood, it's okay, so you just relax and go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital. There was no pain, nothing. I was feeling nothing actually. So I went to the hospital and there was a queue. There was a big line. Mind you, this is where people have booked initially. So there's a big line and people are coming and coming and coming. So I was just there. I was like, I did not know I was coming, so I could not book for a gyna. He was not even my gyna. So I was like, I just need to see the doctor. And they were like, just write your name there and then we will call you. So when we were waiting, my hubby told me, have you taken lunch? No, come, we go take lunch so that you don't feel so hungry and yes, you're not okay. So let's go take lunch. And there we were. We went and took lunch. There was a small hotel, a hotel just a few blocks from the hospital, and we walked there. So when we came back after the lunch, when we came back to the hospital, I went to the loo, and when I was peeing, I saw blood. I saw blood. And at this point, I just knew nothing is okay. Nothing is okay. Nothing is okay. I've been ignoring this and it's not okay. So when I came out, I was crying. Like, even the person who was, the people, because the toilets are separated for males and females. There was a guy who was coming from the other loo, and he was like, madam, are you okay? I was crying. I also forgot my bag in the bathroom. I was like, babe, there's blood, there's blood. I was literally running, crying to Kim. So I went there, and the nurses noticed I was shouting and crying, and they were like, come and go to the doctor, come and go to the doctor. So we just stepped in where the doctor was seeing another patient, because it was a check-in. It was not like where they lie down or anything. It was just a sit down. So the nurse took me there and told the doctor, there's an emergency. This girl is literally, there's blood coming out of her. I was crying like nonsense, because all this time I was just being told if there's no blood, it's okay. And then I see blood. You guys, I was shouting in the hospital like a mad woman. No. So basically what I was saying to God, I was literally crying to God all this time. Like, no, God, don't do this. Don't take my baby away. Don't take the baby away. I was crying. So we went to the emergency room. I was laid there. And then the doctor came and then told me, don't move, don't do anything. I'm going to contact your gynecologist to give me a history of you, and then we will know what to do next. So because I was not feeling any pain, I was literally feeling nothing. It's just that the water was coming out and it had blood. I was crying to God. I was crying to God. Please, God, please don't take my baby away. Please don't take my baby away. It was just one of those worst feelings. Feeling like you're helpless, you can't do anything. And I was like, where's the doctor? Where's the doctor? Please check if my baby is okay. Because I did not know what was happening. So on that night, because it was on the afternoon hours, we stayed there for quite some time. They were just coming and going, and then finally my gyna came. Dr. Dagana came, because I was in the hospital and I had an emergency. So he came and he was like, what's happening, Mercy? I'm like, I don't know what's happening, doctor. I don't know what's happening, but I just hope my baby is okay. So this is what they told me. It doesn't look good. It's a 50-50 situation. But what normally happens, we'll let you stay there. You lie there for like 24 hours. And then we see if we can stop the water from coming out. Because literally that's what's keeping the baby alive. But if the water still keeps coming, then there's nothing we can do. So I stayed there for like the 24 hours as they said. I could not sleep. I was crying the whole time. My husband was like, what do I do? He was confused even than me. He was like, how do I help her? He was even crying. So we were both crying there. My sister was there, my brother was there. They were there to comfort me, but it was the worst feeling. So after the 24 hours, there's another nurse that the other doctor came, and then they tried to measure the water, if it's still there or if it's still coming. So the doctor, she was a female. She told me, unfortunately, the water is still running, and the chances of, even if we say the pregnancy, the chances of the baby growing to being normal is almost none. So we just have to get rid of the baby. I remember telling her, no, I want this baby, no. I promised myself I won't be so much emotional. But that's when I knew there's nothing that can be done. It was so bad. So this is what they told me. They told me when I start feeling the contractions or something like that of sort, they'll come and give me a pill, and then the baby will come out, because the baby was still small. Will just come out. My doctor then was not there, so this was at night. And I had my sister there and my hubby. They were still there. My sister Mary. And we were so tired. I was so tired from crying the whole day. I did not have any energy. I was not eating. I was not doing anything. I was just there crying myself to like. So at night I was like, I think I had closed my eyes for a few minutes, and then I started feeling something going down, going lower. And then I woke up my husband and I told him, it's happening. It's happening, the baby is coming out. So my sister called the nurse. So my sister called the nurse, and then the nurse came and told me, it's okay, it's coming out on its own, you don't have to do anything. So she just pressed my tummy for a few times, and then the baby was out. I think this was the worst pain a mother could feel. I was shown the baby, and then the nurse showed me the coil. Then they showed me, this is the coil we were looking for. We wanted to confirm that it has come out. So they told me everything is okay, we'll give you antibiotics and you'll be okay. Don't cry. I did not have even the energy to see. I don't know if they could be able to tell which gender, or if it was a boy or a girl. I did not even ask. But my sister and my hubby went and saw the baby, because the nurse, when the nurse showed me like this, here's the baby, I was like, I could not stand it, so I did not want to see further. So my sister went and saw the baby and my hubby, but I could not go and see. I later on asked them if it was a boy or a girl. I don't know if they did not ask or what happened, but yeah. So that's how I miscarried. That night was a nightmare for me. It was the worst day of my life. It was the worst. It was the worst. So the next day the doctor came, and he was just coming to see me to see if everything is okay, if I'm taking my meds, if I'm mentally okay, just to give me some hope. And he told me, Mercy, let go. Let go. Don't hold on to that baby. Don't. It was his time. It was her time. Don't hold on. Just let it go. Acha Mungu amchukue. So that's what he told me. And he told me even after 2 months or 3 months of having this miscarriage, you can still have another baby or have another pregnancy. It's not the last, or it's not the, you've not loosened any hope, you've not lost any hope. You still have other babies, or you still have more babies. I was crying uncontrollably, to a point that he had to stay with me for a few more hours just to calm me down, because it really hit me bad. It really hit me bad that this baby I was looking forward to have was not there anymore. So other people came and gave me their support. My bishop came. I was given 1 week off, so I was staying at home, basically crying, and I was not even functioning well. But I'm thankful for the support I had from my parents. They came and saw me, and also my siblings. The bishop came to my place and encouraged me. They prayed for us. I thank God for that bishop of Overcoming Faith, Bishop Peter. God bless you. So they encouraged me, and yes, life had to be lived, and we had to move on. So after a week, I went back to my workplace, and I really did not tell anyone what had happened. No one knew what had happened to me. I just disappeared, and then after I think 2 weeks I came back. So no one knew what was happening with me. And that's the worst thing, people. When people don't know what's happening with you, they start creating assumptions or start creating gossip and rumors. So when I came back to my workplace, I was quiet. I was trying my best to move on with my life like nothing had happened. This was like my coping mechanism. I did not want to be reminded of anything or talk about what had happened. So no one knew what had happened to me during that week. So I was just seated, minding my business. I was quiet. I was not talking to anyone. And out of nowhere, I had this friend of mine. She came to me. We were going home with her, and then she came to me and she told me, Mercy, do you know what the other colleagues are saying about you? I was like, what? Because I'm that type of girl who really doesn't care about what other people are saying about me. I basically live my life and mind my business. That's what I normally do. I don't mind other people. I just don't worry about other people. And so I was like, Connie, what are they saying? I don't know what they're saying. And then she told me, they're saying you had an abortion. Yes. My colleagues, my ladies colleagues, she did not want to tell me the name, but she gave me clues of who they were. And yes, they were saying in the workplace, Mercy had an abortion. This ruined me. This literally ruined me. It broke me. I did not even know how to behave. I did not know how to act about it. I was literally losing it. I lost it completely. So I was like, so if someone doesn't know what's happening with your life, and they're the same people I told I was pregnant. I had told them like just 2 weeks ago I was expecting, and then here they are saying I had an abortion. Humans. And to make it worse, they're ladies. So I went to my hubby. I ranted to him like a whole hour, ranting, not just talking, ranting. Imagine, they're saying this, they're saying this. Do they know what I've gone through this week? Do they know the pain? Because at some point I was even feeling I'm depressed or I'm in depression, but I was just holding everything together for my other baby, Hailey, because she was still young. She was back then, I think, 3 years old. So I was literally losing it. I even called my sister and asked her, what should I do about this information? Should I confront them? Should I bash them? What should I do? What should I do? Because I just can't let it go. So my sister told me, you just relax, just let it go. And I could not let it go. So this is what I did. I wrote a whole composition on my status, Instagram status, ranting about these people who talked bad about me. And some things really change you. Some things really change you. And I think this thing really changed me, especially towards my relationship with other ladies. I really don't trust ladies. Even if you try to tell me you're my friend and I can trust you and such, I really do not. I don't listen. I don't trust anyone, especially ladies. I don't. And this is why I usually stay away from girlfriends. If it's friends, girlfriends, it's just the basics. Maybe we just know each other and that's it. I don't trust ladies. So this really ruined me and it broke me. It made me withdraw from everyone at my workplace, including my bosses, I was just withdrawn. I completely changed. I was a new person. I was hurting inside. I was all sorts of don't care. I had this. I was just another person. So basically that's how I lost my second born. And even after them talking, I really never said anything to anyone about my miscarriage or what I went through. I never said it. I never said it. I never told anyone about my miscarriage. So they later on found out, some who thought I had an abortion. I really did not care about that. So I kept it to myself. And we continued living with my husband and my kid. And later on, with God, He gave us strength and we were okay again. So after that ordeal, it was in 2019. So this happened in September. It was on September. So every other photo that I had taken with myself being pregnant, I deleted. Because I had like 2 or 3 photos of me holding my belly. I was so happy I was holding my belly. I deleted those pictures immediately and no one really ever knew what had happened. I just kept quiet. So from September 2018 come January 2019. So in January I started talking to my hubby. You see what normally happens, even after having a miscarriage, even after thinking you're okay, you really never get over it. Even after trying to move on, or weeks, months after the miscarriage, usually you don't move on immediately. You don't let go. So what usually happens in the mother's mind or in the back of their mind is start imagining or start counting how old or how the baby they lost could have been. So this is what I started feeling, and it was constant. Every time I was sitting like for a week, 2 weeks, 1 month later. I was like, my baby could have been 9 months now. I could have been giving birth to my baby. That's what was ringing in my mind. So in January 2019, I sat down with Kim. I remember it was on New Year's Eve, and I told him, babe, I think I want to have another kid, because I want to feel the emptiness and the pain I'm feeling inside from losing the other kid. So I want us to have another kid. And he was like, are you sure? Are you ready? I told him, yes, I want another kid. And he was like, okay, I don't see any reason not to. It's okay. I was so happy because he agreed to it. And then again, yeah, God works mysterious ways. Again, I conceived in Feb. Just like Hailey, I conceived Ivana in Feb. Then I found out I was pregnant, I think in April. Yes, I was feeling funny, and this time I was really anticipating it, and I was so happy to be pregnant. So yes, I found out I was pregnant, and unlike the other one, the Hailey one, I was a little bit paranoid, or I was like, I don't want to jinx it. So I did not record anything, but I waited for hubby to come that evening, and then I showed him the results, and he was so happy. He hugged me and, are you sure? Are you sure? I had 4 tests, 4. I showed him all of them, and I told him, can I go and take another one? And he was like, no need. We are pregnant. Thank God we are pregnant. Because we were, I don't know if somewhere in the back of your mind, or after a miscarriage, sometimes you are like, will I get pregnant again? How soon will it happen? So we were like that. So we were not like very sure if it will happen soon, but it happened in less than a month. In less than a month, we conceived Ivana. So I was so happy. And in this case, after like 4 months, I was going for checkup. So in my 4 months, the doctor came, and he was like, Mercy, you should remember your history. We really don't know what happened to you with your first pregnancy, but I'm suspecting what it might be. So we don't want it to happen again. Because you see, we are approaching the 5 months when the other pregnancy was lost, when I got the miscarriage. So he was like, we want to avoid this. So what we need to do, we need to check you and see if everything is okay down there. And the belly and the doctors think they check everything inside to see if everything is okay, if the fallopian tube, the cervix is okay. So he was checking, and he told me there's something we need to confirm if your cervix is opening, because with the previous miscarriage, usually if you have that, it means the other pregnancies might be at risk as well, because it seems your cervix is opening when the baby becomes heavy. So they told me to go and do the test, to do a scan, and we did. And we are really praying for this pregnancy. We do not want any surprises or anything to happen to our baby again. So immediately after the results, the doctor came and told us that unfortunately the baby is still at risk, because your cervix has a little bit of opening. It has started opening again. And we were like, God, please let it not happen again. And I was like, why is this happening? And the way my first pregnancy was okay, I did not have any issues. I was even running, I was doing everything. I was literally doing everything. And the doctor told me, you don't have to compare your pregnancy or the babies. They are totally different, and the pregnancies are different from the others. So this one is different. So, but don't worry, we'll find a solution. So he told me for this case, what we'll normally do, we do a carriage. What is that name? A cervix carriage. Cleavage. There's something they normally do. There's this procedure they do. I'll put it on the screen. I don't know if anyone knows or anyone has ever done this procedure. It was new to me, totally new. I never knew about it. I never knew. So in my five months of pregnancy, the doctor told me we need to do this procedure. So basically this procedure, what you do, they try to close the cervix, the opening of where the baby usually comes from. They need to close it, and they close it by putting a small, a string, something like that, a hard string where the baby cannot come out. So that's what they did to me. So I thank God because he provided the finances, because this procedure is not easy. It's so expensive. It's very, very expensive, and it was a surprise to me because I've never heard of it. But that's what they did to me, and they closed the cervix for me. And then yes, after that everything was smooth. I was going for checkups, and the doctor told me everything seems to be okay. So what will happen, you will come after 9 months. In your 9 months before the due date, you come, we check, and then we see if we now can remove the string, so that now you can start expecting contractions. And then yes, after 9 months and a few days, I started feeling funny and ready. So I went to the doctor, and they saw I was almost ready to give birth, and we went and they removed the string. It was something that they do in just there in the office where the doctor usually have the car room. You just go and they remove that thing. There's no anesthesia or anything. But in the procedure, they usually, you are totally out on the procedure. You are totally out. It's like somehow an operation, but there's nothing that is cut or anything. It's just put you down so that you don't feel anything, and then they put the string on your cervix. So it took like 40 minutes or so, and that's it. So after like a week or so, I started having contractions again. For Ivana, it was kind of smooth. I did not take the whole night. Actually, I started having the contractions at 5 a.m. and yes, after going to the hospital for like a few minutes, this was at around 9 a.m. the doctor said, you're ready to push, so come and go and push. And though pushing was kind of hard for Ivana, she was a little bit big, I pushed, and my baby was there again at 10. I think she was born at 10:30 a.m. Yes, so they are both November babies. Ivana was born on November 18th, 2019, and Haley was born on November 6th, 2016. So we were so happy. Everything went smoothly. We do not have the those hiccups of maybe you should go for a CS or anything. This time at least I knew what I was to do, pushing and everything. And also after Ivana was born, I knew exactly what to do with washing her, maybe checking after her. And again, here comes the the breastfeeding part. Again, I did not have any milk. You guys, I've come to accept my fate that I don't have milk, and that's okay, because that's why formulas are there. So what we did with my hubby, we bought like 30 bottles of formula in the house. We bought like stacks of formula. We did not want to do the same things we did with Haley, because we do not want to put our baby through that again. You see those peer pressure of people are even saying that I was a slay queen, I did not want my breast to sag, and I was like, is that even a thing? Anyway, so nurses were there and they were like, you still don't have milk. I went to the same hospital, Grunanak, and they remembered me. I was there like 3 years ago. So they were like, you still don't have milk, you guy, you girl. I was like, Maumbile. I'm just different. I did not have any milk. Maybe my third born or my other kids, I'll have breast milk, but after breastfeeding for like 3 months, and it's like just a small amount, it's not something that can make her full. It disappears or it just goes. So we've been using formula, and I want to tell other moms, it's okay. It's okay. Don't get into that peer pressure. If you know you don't have milk, start saving to have the formula ready for your baby to avoid them from suffering. Because Ivana thrived. She was always full. She was happy, a happy baby. It was a smooth road. Like, I did not have any stress or any issue because I knew I had this formula I can go to and she will be full. So yes, that's basically my journey. I know this video is beyond long. I don't know what I'll do. I really don't know what I'll do. I think I'll divide it into 2 parts, if that's a thing, because it's like 1 hour now, and I don't think 1 hour is okay for a video. So maybe I'll put part 1 and part 2, and then we'll see. So this is my advice for young ladies or young mothers or mothers to be. Everyone has their own time, and God is faithful enough to make it come to pass. Don't pressure yourself. There's always your time. There's a time you will hold your baby. There's a time you will become a mother. If you are expectant, if you are hopeful in becoming a mother and everything is not going well, don't lose hope. There is hope, and you will one day hold your baby, and they will be the perfect thing you've ever held, and they will wipe all your tears away, and they will bring you so much joy. So don't be discouraged to the expectant, to the coming mother, so mothers to be. So for the mothers who are already here, or mothers who are there, who are mothers but they've lost their babies, I know the pain. I know the pain. And sometimes no one can understand it, even your husband. No one can really understand the pain you go through, and it's too much to bear. So what I would advise you, pray about it. Pray, cry about it. Remove all the anger, the pain. Don't let it consume you. If you need to share it with someone you can trust, share it with someone. If it's your hubby, let him just sit there. Even if he's not telling you anything, just rant out to him. You tell him everything you need to say, just bring it out, and don't let it consume you. There is still hope. The baby that has gone, let them go. I know it's the hardest thing. It's so hard to let go to someone you thought or someone you were looking forward to, planned your life with, and hoping that they'll be there after 9 months and they're not there. It's hard, but let go and let God. God will heal He will heal you, and He will bring more fruits to your womb. Don't lose hope. And also for those people who assume, who gossip, who do all those nasty stuff to people who have lost their babies, miscarriage, and they decide to just keep it to themselves, please give them time, give them space, and try to understand them. They are going through so much, and if they choose not to share it, don't make assumptions. Please don't make assumptions. You're only making the pain more or even harder for them to heal. So yes, that's all I think for today's video. I know it's so intense and emotional, but I'm glad I finally said it. And yes, I thank God for my babies. I now have my 2 babies, and they are healthy, they are happy, and I'm happy to have them. It's a miracle, and it's a blessing. Don't take your children for granted. No matter how they are, just thank God you have your babies. So for me, what I normally do, I try not to compare my babies. They are both different, they are both unique, and as a mother, you need to love them both the same way, and provide the love, the care, the protection they need from the world, and also nurture them. So that's what I would advise you, not to compare your children even to other children or other relatives or other mothers. Don't compare your babies even to each other, as in siblings. Babies are different. Give them time. They are all milestones. They are different, because if you start comparing, you'll steal joy, and the kids will start feeling, you know. So I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just all over the place. I'm kind of emotional, but yes, I hope you learned something. If you have any questions about what I've told you guys about maybe the procedure I went through, you can ask me on the comments down below, or send me a DM on my Instagram page. I'll be happy to answer you. So for other moms, you're doing a great job. You're doing the best you can. That's thumbs up for you. And for mothers to be, please do your research. Please make Google your friend, and also don't listen to negativity and other people who want to influence you in a negative way, or how to mother your baby. Don't listen to them. Do you? If you see this is fit for your baby, just do the best you can. And also, never be afraid to consult a doctor in everything that you do. The doctors are always there. And I wish you all the best. And please love your babies. They are miracles. They are blessings. Don't hear criticism, even if they have some faults, or just love your babies the way they are. When I tell you this, I mean there are so many people who are going through worse than you. So love your babies if you already have them. And for those ones who are hoping and praying to God for a baby, I bless your womb this day. May your womb be blessed. You will carry your blessing. You will carry your baby to term. And you will have your joy, and you will sing your song. In Jesus' name. And till next time, guys, I love you all. Spread love, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.